So the support was overwhelming. It
Good
caught some
deal.
off guard, but the support was overwhelming. Of course, my mom is going to be mom, and you to be, close to home. And
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
sure you want to go that far? And what about your family? And it's like, I am thinking about my family. This is why I'm doing it. But it's just like, this is one of them sacrifices that you kind of have to make. And like I said, I grew up in a family where, generational wealth or wealth period, it was very minuscule in our family. Um, I'm the oldest of five. I'm the oldest grandchild on my dad's side. I'm
Hey, I'm Jeremy Wells with the J Wells CFO Show, and with me today is AJ Ellison. AJ is a realtor up in the Atlanta area. He's going to tell us all about the amazing things he's doing up there. Got a few different things going on. AJ, I'm going to turn it over to you. Why don't you give us a little bit of background? Tell us where you're coming from, how you got to where you're at now, and what you're doing up there.
But everybody calls me AJ. The J is technically supposed to be for junior. I'm supposed to be Aaron Ellison Jr., but that's a long story.
Gotcha.
But everyone calls me AJ, and I'm actually originally from Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
I just moved to Atlanta, Georgia in September. So yeah, I've been here since September. I got right to work on what I originally came down for, which was real estate. And I knew the real estate market was very big down in like the Atlanta, Georgia area and everything like that. So, I kind of took a leap of faith and kind of came down here on an arm and a leg, renting Airbnbs and bouncing around. But, I got down here in September, October, I've got my classes. November, I finished my classes. And then in December, I took my official state exam, passed my official state exam. And then I hung my license at the Real Estate Gurus Realty here in Norcross, Georgia. And it's a smaller boutique firm, and I've been here for about a week now, a little over a week. So,
Wow. Good deal. What brought you to that firm?
really, it was just, it's kind of like a smaller family environment. I felt more comfortable. And quite frankly, when I interviewed with them, it just felt like a family, just a family or environment and everything like that. So once once I interviewed them and everything was kind of laid out, it was just kind of simple. I was like, this is kind of where I want to be. And if you can't tell, I'm just a man that just, if it feels good, I'm gonna just go and do it. Just go and do it. So
Nice.
right on it.
Nice. Good deal. Good deal. So how many agents do you have in that office of yours?
It's about 50 of us, give or take.
58. Wow. Okay, so it's a pretty big office then.
Yeah, but not everybody comes into the office though, so
Right. Right.
we see a few of them,
Yeah. Good deal. Good deal. So how's the market up there? Like what kind of properties are you focusing on right now?
Well, surprisingly, I'm open to everything, right? I've been more drawn to the quote unquote luxury, like the luxury market. So the market that I've been in, and single family residence homes.
Gotcha. So what do you mean by luxury house? Like we're all gonna have different definitions of what luxury might mean.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
if I'm driving down the street, how do I say, oh, that would be a good house for AJ to list?
yeah. Well, I guess when you think of luxury, you kind of think of it could be like two things. You got like convenience or convenience of the spot that of the area that it's located in, and then like just like the little touches, right? So if there's a house that has 3,000 square feet and it's sitting on 2 acres and it's in Buckhead, Atlanta, Georgia, and the price point is pretty big too, and the price point is going for like 1.5 million.
Wow.
Kind of considered luxury.
Yeah.
I have like a smaller time luxury that's about $300,000 house. It's in Marietta, Georgia, 4 beds, 2 baths, something like that. That can still be luxury.
Gotcha.
It just really varies.
Yeah. So So what's the area looking like in terms of, is it a lot of like older houses that are up for sale? Is it new
Okay.
developments?
Oh
What's going
man,
on in terms of growth and change?
man. So you have these older houses that was probably built in like the 20s or whatever. So like I see a bunch of plantation houses that's on the market, and of course it's been kind of renovated a little bit. But those are like back in the the early 1900s, and then you have like a bunch of new construction that may be only like 2 miles away from that. So it really varies, man. But I kind of just go on the MLS and I kind of just check out like, what's coming on the market, what it's looking like, how are things selling, what the expired listings are looking like. So
Mm,
really like the age of the house really varies. So
gotcha. So it's a lot of old, a lot of new, all kind of mixed together.
yeah, it'd be some rehab properties. They don't even be moved already. So a bunch of rehab properties as well on the market too. So
Gotcha.
it's pretty good.
Gotcha. So what are clients coming to you looking for? Like what are they looking for fancy new upgrades? Are they looking for, fixer uppers? What's moving up there for you?
Well, Jeremy, I've only had my license hunt for about a week and a half. And
Yeah.
week and a half, I've been having a lot of traction with the rehab properties a little
Okay.
bit,
Cool.
not so much from the buyer or seller side. Like I have one potential client lined up for April, and he'll be looking in like the Conyers and Covington area. I had another couple that contacted me from Canada. That they'll be looking to move to Georgia in July. So they're kind of looking for single family residences. But I've been having a lot of conversations when it comes to rehab properties and people that own rehabs.
Gotcha.
I see like, hey, do you want me to put this on the market for you and list it? Get some investors that may be interested in buying it. So that's kind of where my attraction's been at this past week.
Gotcha. So what's your goal with real estate? Like what's the big picture here? What are you driving at?
Oh man, so it's multiple levels, right?
Okay.
So I got right now, it's my first year as a real estate agent, right? So I want to kind of do all things agency related, open houses, caravans, buyers, buyer side, seller side, kind of do all things agency. And then I don't know, about either later this year or into my second year, once I start to build a little bit of money, I want to go ahead and kind of branch off into the investment side. And I'll be investing into single family homes or whatever, or multifamily properties, investment properties, whatever the case may be. Then after that, after I do the agency, I'll be in 3 years, I'll be eligible to apply for my broker's license.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'll be able to start my own brokerage company, maybe building up a commercial properties, like
Mm-hmm.
little shopping centers or, even a condo hotel at some point.
So if I heard you right, the goal here is, establish yourself as an agent, branch out into some investing, eventually have your own brokerage at some point. So really
Yeah.
getting serious into real estate is the idea here.
Yep.
Good deal. So what do you think that brokerage would look like? What do you think is going to differentiate you from, say, where you're at now or your competition out there? What's going to set AJ Ellison apart from the rest out there?
I would say, man, it'd just be I think what I'm going to bring to the real estate industry, it'd be the mix of like the business side of things and then the like the fun side of things. I know everybody wants to be super professional and very businessy, but I think I could bring like a good balance of bringing personality to the real estate industry and everything like that. And that's kind of what I want to do is kind of bridge the gap between having a sense of humor and personality and bringing that to taking care of business when business needs to be taken care of. So
I think it's a different generation now, right? I mean, professionalism will only get you so far, right? We still need to have a little bit of professionalism, but we also still need to be human beings.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what sold you on real estate? Tell me what went into, you made this big geographic move, you made this move into a new field. What prompted all of that?
Just kind of really taking a look at my life, and historically for my family, we just been raised to work 9 to 5s, get a good job, save for a 401k, retire when you're 65, 70, and then you live life. And I kind of wanted to build more wealth in a quicker way, and a more that could be invested. I wanted my time and my money to be invested better. I wanted to learn the game. I understood real estate wasn't going anywhere. You cannot make more land, so why start to invest in land now? And kind of learn about it. And yeah, just the flexibility and the ability to prepare for generational wealth in the different avenues. And I mean, it just, as I started looking to the career, I want to say about 2 or 3 years ago, I started looking at real estate right after I graduated college. And I was like, this seems like something that I need to, hop on right now, because a lot of millionaires, billionaires in real estate. So I'm like, I want a piece of that pie too.
Gotcha. Did you, when you started telling people, I'm gonna make this big move, I'm gonna change, I'm gonna go into this field, did you get any, how was the level of support? Was there any resistance, any pushback, any concern, anything like that from family, friends, that kind of thing?
Yeah. So the support was overwhelming. It caught some off guard, but the support was overwhelming. Of course, my mom is going to be mom, and to be, close to home. And are you sure you want to go that far? And what about your family? And it's like, I am thinking about my family. This is why I'm doing it. But it's just like, this is one of them sacrifices that you kind of have to make. And like I said, I grew up in a family where, generational wealth, or wealth period, it was very minuscule in our family. I'm the oldest of 5. I'm the oldest grandchild on my dad's side. I'm like, one of the oldest on my mother's side. So it was like, yeah, in my generation, I feel like I had to be the one to kind of, all right, let me go ahead and try to crack this code for my family.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was. They were very supportive.
So it's definitely there's that financial incentive, there's that money, but then there's also just that bigger, just wanting to change your family tree, wanting to change your family line.
It's big. It's bigger than me, man. It's bigger than me.
I hear you. I like that. It's bigger than me. Yeah. So I'm assuming you're still single, right? And so how, where is, how are you making the decision between, some of what you're building in terms of the wealth, in terms of, how you're spending your time? How are you making the decision about how much of that flows back, into the family versus how much of that stays with you toward building your own self, your own family?
I would say like time management is key, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have I had a girlfriend, and we still talk to this day. I'm pretty sure we'll get back together, but I was telling her one of the reasons, before we had separated, I was telling her one of the reasons why I'm coming down here is to kind of build and focus on me. So once I can get myself together, then I can kind of be that family man, and put time towards things of like building my career, building my family, of the Mogul Foundation, which stands for Men of God Undertaking Leadership. Ooh. So I also have that business venture on the side. So I just feel like everything just kind of just takes, strategic planning, time management, and then, just supportive people, just people that understand that's in your corner, understand like, it's going to take time for me to run this business, as well as spend time with you, as well as, having a social life. I'm also part of fraternity too. So Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. Okay. So I have a lot going on, but I've been doing this balance, this work and social life balance since college. So it's kind of become pretty, it's kind of innate now at this point.
I like that. Yeah. No, it's pretty clear that, you've given some things up, but in a way that is going to ultimately push you forward. And I think that it's the ones that say they want all of the rewards, but aren't willing to do what it takes to actually start working toward it. They're the ones that they'll never get it. Right. But no, that's fantastic. So you keep mentioning college. Where'd you go to college at?
To Michigan State. I graduated in 2016.
Michigan State University. All right. Mm-hmm. Good deal. So I had a lot of me see how were they during that period? I I had kind of dropped off in terms of keeping up with college sports for a while, but
Oh man. So I must say, Michigan State, we dominated those other guys across the way pretty much my entire time while I was there. But they don't want to admit it. As soon as they get beat up in sports, the first thing they want to admit, they want to go to education and all this.
right. No, I had some colleagues in a previous career that were Michigan graduates, and so yeah,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
and some Ohio State and Penn State people. I was at LSU, but I had a lot of friends and colleagues that were Big Ten fans from different universities around there, and so there was
Yeah.
always a lot of rivalry, especially that just that general Big Ten SEC college football rivalry. But it was always fun talking about college sports. But yeah, absolutely. So Atlanta's a big change for you. Like, is there any culture shock coming into Atlanta, coming from the Midwest into the Southeast?
Honestly, it's not much of a change, except it's just bigger, and there's just a wide variety of people. But as far as the culture, man, like the culture, everything is pretty much the same. I can't say the Southern hospital. One thing that I liked about the South is the Southern hospitality. So that good
Gotcha.
old Southern cook.
Gotcha. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal, man. Well, so, you're just getting started off in real estate, but as far as making these big moves, if somebody that, if somebody out there is listening to you and they're on the fence about making this big geographic move, starting a new career, all this kind of stuff, what advice would you give them? What recommendation would you make to them?
Do your research first. Research is important. Like I know a lot of people say just take a leap of faith, but you don't necessarily want to take a leap of faith blindly. You kind of want it to be a calculated leap of faith, if you would. So, I would say do that. And then, other than that, if you're going to commit to it, then you got to go at it tenaciously. Like if it's something that's really deep that you really want to do, take a calculated risk and go at it hard, everything you got.
Gotcha.
Be some sacrifices, but if you really want it, you'll do it. Like I said, I've been renting Airbnb since I've been down here, and be times I got to sleep on a random person couch or on the floor or something. But it's like, hey, I'm down here doing what I need to do, and trouble don't last always. So.
Gotcha. Awesome, man. Well, definitely looking forward to seeing how this story plays out for you. Definitely want to keep in touch. Make sure you're moving forward. Stay supporting you. If listeners want to reach out, get a hold of you. If there's anybody in the Atlanta area looking for a good young realtor to help them out, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Just follow me on Instagram at a.j.ellison. That's a.j.ellison.
Good deal. And we'll definitely put a link to that in the description and show notes. So any last words from you, AJ? Anything you'd like to throw out there before we sign off?
No, man. Just thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to looking back on this in 5 years and seeing where I started.
And we're definitely going to check in at least 5 years and make sure see how things have been going for you, man. So, but yeah, it's been a pleasure having you here on the show. Thank you very much. I am Jeremy Wells, J Wells CFO. This has been the J Wells CFO show. Thank you for listening and watching. We'll have links to everything we talked about down in the description in the show notes. Again, I am Jeremy Wells. You can find me at J Wells CFO across all the social media. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Good deal, man. Thank you. Appreciate you coming on here, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lady that reached out to me, she was like, "Hey, we got somebody that want to interview you and talk to you about just getting started in real estate and everything like that." And it was random, but it's crazy because that same day I was looking for like media outlets to kind of just promote myself, and I believe in everything happening for a reason and just everything just being in ordained order. And as I was looking for it, she had messaged me with the opportunity. So
There you go. There you go, man.
I'm small, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, this is actually going to come out on Monday, and so I'll be sure to let you know through LinkedIn or Instagram, or at least one of those ways that this is coming out, and we'll post it up and tag you and all that, so you can share it and that kind of thing. And yeah, man, absolutely. But it was good having you on here.
Awesome, man. Thanks for having me.
Good deal. Good deal. If you ever need anything, just let me know. Other than that, like I said, I'll let you know when it gets posted. But have yourself a good weekend, man.
All right, you as well, man. Take it easy.
Yep. Later.
All right.